Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. Okay? I haven't quite yet come with a title for this lesson, but through the spirit, I've wanted to do this video, which I can't find the actual video where I think I saw this video maybe Wednesday or Thursday this past week of a woman. She was at her husband's door after he got rid of her, pleading, begging, pleading, talking about how she can't live without him, and she just wanted to be back with him. Now I forget how long that it said, but the Jake, he said, well, you should have thought about what you did before you did what you did. And basically she stepped out on him. She tried to blame it on the alcohol. She tried to, plead her way back into the graces of his life, because he had her all set up. Obviously, because I think it was 8 years. She said 8 years of my life just gone like that. And he said, well, you should have thought about that before you did what you did. I think it was 8 years. It was a significant amount of time. An amount of time to where, you actually have a connection with this woman. You're bonded with this woman. All right? And she went and stepped out on him, and he cut her off. And that's biblical. All right, and the reason I want to go into this is because one, you women, you don't even know your own bodies. All right, you treat your vagina as it's just a pleasure box. You just let anybody run up in you, and ultimately when they do that, they leave their DNA on you. They leave their spirit within you. Now you've been connected with this man for so long, and you let another man, break that lock that y'all had. You let another man break the yoke that y'all were both yoked to. All right, you were yoked to him, and you let another man break it. You truly don't understand your body, all right? And I got this article, that goes into what happens when women lay down with all these men. And this is why you can't sit your ass down, because you got all these different men you laid down with embedded into your DNA, and it goes to your brain, okay? You can't pair bond with nobody. And the number one question women be asking is why men don't cheat. First of all, ain't nobody playing no games. Ain't nobody playing checkers. You cheat playing video games. You cheat playing card games. All right? When you in a relationship with a woman, there's adultery, and that's it. Okay? And the only way a man can commit adultery is if he lays down with another man's wife, all right, knowingly. He knowingly lays down, knowing this woman is married to somebody, or she don't have to be married according to this world, but she has a man already, which a lot of that goes on in the so-called Black, Latino, Native American community. A lot of just laying with any old goddamn body, man. And that's why you women are so messed up in your mind. You don't know what's right or left. All right? That's why when you get in your 40s, you talking about ain't no good men out there. But you done had hundreds of men, and not one of them are good. It's because you lack the pair bonding capability, because you have too many men's DNA within your body, in your brain. It's called microchemonism, okay? That's the scientific term for it, microchemonism, which is when a man leaves his DNA inside of a woman, it's with her for life, okay? So for one, that's one of the number one questions women ask. Why when a woman cheat, men can't handle it? Because it's not natural. Or cheat. When you step out on your man, that's adultery, and that's punishable by death, according to the Bible. And it's a reason why it's punishable by death. Okay? It's a reason why, because you have polluted yourself. And spiritually, that man knows, all right? Because it's already in us. All right, it's already in us, but we just don't have the full capacity of knowledge as we once did, going back to the beginning, man. Okay? And that's why this society is circling the drain. Lewdness. All right? Lewdness in this society, man. Okay? So, I'm going to get into this article, this article. But first, I want to read Genesis chapter 2. Okay? And I know through the spirit, a lot of brothers is having woman problems right now. You know, I went through a woman problem a couple years ago. All right? Yeah, the shit sucks. But at the end of the day, we got to deal with that shit. You got to man the fuck up and cut her off. Do what you got to do. Because if it's adultery, if you got a woman and she committed adultery, you'll never look at her the same. All right? And we're going to speak about it. We're going to talk about it, man. You know, like the bro Mike be doing his videos. Let's talk about it, man. All right? Because the woman is a major tool used by Satan. Okay? Major tool. So let's go to the book of Genesis chapter 2. Genesis 2, verses 23 and 24 says, And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. And the reason he said that is because what the Most High had brought together, that literally means that. That's why when you with a woman for so long, all right, she picks up your traits. All right, she picks up your traits. She starts to talk like you talk, you know, because they belong to us, not the opposite. We don't start to be like them. They start to be like us, okay? Why? Because our DNA is in them, okay? You can have a woman that totally did not like sports, but she just liked you. And as you going along and y'all become one flesh, and y'all, you know, build this pact, this bond, she'll be into she'll start getting into sports with you. You never have a case where a man is getting into the shit his woman is into, man. She always goes with what you doing. That's what they were created for, man. And a lot of you women are just totally out of order, all right? And that's why a lot of you gonna be put to death here in America, all right? So it says, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, all right? And it says, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife. Because now you are part of that man to help build his family. Okay? Now you can bring forth his children. That's why the men cleave. That's why when you trespass against men, we cut your ass off. That's a no-no. And we're going to read why, man. And they shall be one flesh. Okay? They shall be one flesh. Now, let's go to this article. Let's go there real quick. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. All right, this article entitled Women Absorb and Retain Male DNA from Sperm. All right? And it doesn't have to just go inside your vagina. Okay? And when you brothers understand this, the dynamics of, we already know that it's off, but when you understand the dynamics of it, okay, that's when you're going to look at them a lot more filthier. Okay? You're going to look at them that way because they, like Apostle Gabar video he did, they really not women right now, man. They're a bunch of nasty thoughts. Beasts. They really not women right now, man. You know? Because they're crawling with different men's DNA, man. You know, and when you get with a woman and you with her for XYZ amount of years, and you may even have children with this woman, that's a bond. That's a bond you done built with this woman. All right? Y'all one flesh. You know what I'm saying? And for her to step out and do what she did and allow another man to break that yoke, you'll never look at her the same. And this is why we're gonna read this article, and then we're gonna go into the scriptures to show you why the Most High set up laws on sex. Okay? When we were in school, we weren't taught this. We weren't sex ed in school, 9th grade, junior high school, 8th grade, 9th grade. You know, you get the sex ed class, or they call it health class, and there's a portion of the class where you go through sex ed. Sex ed is, they just telling you about your hormones and how to put on a fucking condom. That's it. They didn't go into it, man. When Esau knew, that's why when you try to look for this information on Google, try to type in chemonism, okay, on Google, and watch all the bullshit that comes up. To fact check this, and this is not true, and all this bullshit, because they want you out here sexually immoral, okay? They want that energy out here, man. Okay, a righteous society does not push sex the way this society does, man. Sex is something a man and a woman does in their own quarters. That's not even in, when you out and about, you won't, sex is not in running through your mind like the way it is in this society, because of the way women are allowed to dress. All right? Women are allowed to be in the workplace with men, married, flirting with other men. All right? So Lord will, when we go through this will be a video not only for you sisters that truly believe, to understand what happens when you lay down with men. That's why you ain't supposed to be laying down with all these goddamn men. Sex ain't nothing you supposed to do recreational. And that's what this society pushes. It pushes a recreational vibe on having sex. And it starts when you get into junior high school, mainly. You know, you might have a little, start feeling a certain way, you in junior high, grabbing booty and running around and shit like that. But when you get into junior high school, that's when the pressure comes to have sex, you know? And then when you're in high school, women are very promiscuous in high school, Then they go to college and they get even more promiscuous. They might have had a boyfriend or two in high school, but when they go to college, oh boy. And then when they get out of college and they done with their degree, they want to try to settle down with a man that's on their level, making all kind of money, but they don't have the capability to pair bond because they are damaged goods, because they have all type of men DNA within their brains, man. This is what happens. And this is why the Most High laid down laws concerning sex. Okay? Now, let's get into this article. It says, a scientific study has shown that females retain and carry male DNA from every sexual partner with men. So every man you lie down with, okay? Every male you lie down with, you put his rod in your mouth, okay? And you allow him to stick his rod up in you. Guess what? He's just left his DNA inside you, okay? It says, this is according to a new study by the University of Seattle and the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center, which I don't believe it's a new study. I don't believe that. I believe they've known this, okay? With all the technology they have, and they know all this other shit, okay? You mean to tell me they don't know that this is what happens? Bullshit. It says, the study which found these facts accidentally was originally trying to find out if women who were pregnant with the boy might be more susceptible to certain neurological conditions that occur more frequently in men. But during the research on the female brain, the study began to uncover other fascinating facts. It says the study discovered that female brains often contain male microchimerism, all right? Male microchimerism, okay? Or to put it simply, male DNA. That's what it is. Male DNA. And it says, to put it quite simply, male DNA that must have come from another person and are genetically different from the rest of the woman. The study claims that 63% of the females, 37 out of the 59 tested, harbored male microchimerism in the brain. Male microchimerisms were present in multiple brain regions. Okay? Now it has this video here. Let me see if it'll play. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna play, but that's all right. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. Well, it's a 5-minute video. I ain't gonna play the whole. I just placed the video in the description box so you can look at it yourself. Okay. But it says, let's keep reading. It said it turns out that 63% of women carry male DNA in their brains of the women that actually they had this study on, okay? It says, of course, the researchers wanted to know where the male DNA originated from. Take a guess. From the woman's fathers? No. A woman's father's DNA combines with their mother's to create a unique DNA. So where else did it come from? Okay? Initially, researchers thought that all male DNA found living in the female brain came from a male pregnancy. That was the safe and politically correct conclusion. But these researchers were completely wrong. All right? It says, when the autopsy brain tissues of women who were never pregnant, let alone with the male baby, they still discovered male DNA They still discovered male DNA cells present in the female brains. Okay? Women that never had babies, never got pregnant, but they still discovered male DNA, different male DNA in these women's brains. Okay, it says this is when the scientists didn't know what was actually happening. They tried to put the entire research study on hold until they could better understand it, but the answer was already there. What were they so scared of? Conclusions. Male microchimerism was not infrequent in women without sons. Besides known pregnancies, other possible sources of male microchimerism or male DNA include unrecognized spontaneous abortion, vanished male twin, an older brother transferred by the maternal circulation, or sexual intercourse. And on the article it has sexual intercourse, big, bold letters, because that's the answer. And this is why the Most High said, we read in the book of Genesis, a man shall cleave to his wife and they shall become one flesh. All right? You women, you better recognize that you belong to us. All right? Without us, you die. Okay? And you're supposed to be with one man and one man only. Okay? But this society taught you to be promiscuous. Okay? You're promiscuous out here. And now you all messed up because you got all these different men's DNA within you. All right? And that's why you can't sit your ass still. All right? Because once you start this, when you women sit down and you have to think, all them thoughts come to you, man. All that male DNA. All right? And you realize how nasty and disgusting you are. That's why you gotta constantly be doing something, man. I ain't never met a woman that can just sit her ass down, you know what I'm saying, and do things that's prosperous to her man, you know. Let alone these single women. Okay? You got a bunch of different men's spirit on you, man. It says, and we're going to pull the scriptures. I just want to read this whole article, man. It says, it's not too long. It says here, it says, it says male DNA was significantly more frequent and levels were higher in women with induced abortion than in women with other pregnancy histories. Further studies are needed to determine specific origins of male DNA in women. It says, now it says, basically according to scientists, the likely sources of the male DNA inside women's brains come from unrecognized abortion, a male that disappeared, an older brother transferred by maternal circulation, all right? And then they have this one, the number 4, and it's written in red, sexual intercourse with the man. If you look at the fact that a huge 63% of women have male DNA cells in the recesses of their brain, which explanation do you think is the one that fits the most? All right, and this is only 63% of the women they tested. I think it said 59 women, so 37 out of the 59 women, all right, had male DNA within their brain. Okay, it says when you think about it, the first 3 options can only apply to a small number of women. You can't possibly apply it for 63% figure. The 4th option, however, well, it's a lot more common, all right? The answer is actually 4, sex. That's the answer, okay? And it comes with very serious consequences for women, okay? Very serious consequences for women. When a woman has unprotected sex with the man, she absorbs the sperm and the sperm becomes a living part of her for life. Okay, this is why when you step out on your man, he don't want to deal with you no more. You know, he can't look at you the same because it's deeper than what you thought it was. You thought you was just gonna get you some side ride and go home and everything was gonna be all right. Nah, it's different than that. You're not built the way men are built. And you could thank the white man for messing your mind up. And you better hope Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has mercy on you, man. And you change your ways. Okay? Because it stays with you for life. It becomes a living organism within you for life. Because our sperm, all right, which is our genes, our DNA, it's a living organism. It lives. We carry life, not you women. Okay? We carry the life and we give it to you. And you allow all these men to give you life, to give you their DNA, and you're walking, what's the word, man? You're walking, you absorb, you absorb the energy of men. You absorb that life. Your land. Okay? Your land, man. You don't allow all type of different farmers to come and just dig and plant whatever they want. Okay? You're supposed to have one farmer, which the word farmer goes back to the word husband. All right? Okay? But you letting all type of farmers or husbands dig and dig and dig and just leave their seed, man. Okay? And a lot of you just abort it. You know, you had this trend with these thought ass Israelite women, what they call Hennessy and Plan B. All right? Hennessy and Plan B. We'll show you the condition of our women as a whole. We'll show you we are destroyed as a people, man. So when your woman step out on you, like the scriptures say, marvel not if she trespass against thee. All right? You just got to deal with that shit. The Most High is purging you from that weak ass spirit, because it's a weak ass spirit. I'm going to say it straight. All right? Because these women ain't ours, man. It was just your run. Okay? It was your turn. Now, going back, it says, whenever a woman has unprotected sex with the man, she absorbs the sperm, and the sperm becomes a living part of her for life. The research was based on women that were elderly. Many of these women had been carrying the living male DNA inside their brains for over 50 years. This is why we got to get the hell up out of here, man. This is why Yahweh Shah has to come. All right, so order can be reestablished back on earth, where all this goddamn lewdness and freakism and adultery going on is going to be put to an end. Okay? There's a law in the scriptures that said there shall be no whores of the daughters of Zion. All right? When the daughters of Israel, they all whores, man. Okay? They totally out of order. It says, what you need to understand is that sperm is a living organism, and there are between 40 million and 1.2 billion sperm cells in a single ejaculation. Think about that. Okay? That's why we can't deal with you after you break the yoke with us. All right? That's why we can't look at you the same. All right? Because you're allowing other living organisms into our land. Okay? A land that we've farmed. And you allowing another seed to come in there and plant. This place is disgusting, man. It says, when the sperm goes inside a woman, it swims until it crashes into a wall. And then it burrows into the woman's flesh. If it happens inside a mouth, the sperm swims and climbs into the nasal passages, inner ear, and behind the eyes. And it stays there. It also enters into the brain and spine. This is why you pick up the characteristics of your sexual partner or partners. See, that doesn't happen with us men. When we lay down with women, we don't take on your energy, man. We're giving you ours. It says, just like out of some sci-fi horror film, all the sexual partners, look at this dumb motherfucker. It says all the sexual partners the woman goes through become part of her, and she can't get rid of their DNA. Okay? It says, this is one of the reasons when women are promiscuous and have many sexual partners, they are highly unlikely to pair bond and find someone to build a long-lasting relationship with for life, because you're supposed to be with one man your whole life. All right, as it was designed from the beginning. Okay, you were supposed to be with one man for life until that man dies or you die. Okay, then you'll be loose from that man. Okay, look at society now. Look at society, and this plays a major part in it. All right, on why this place is so messed up and destroyed, why divorce is high. Okay, it says science is only now starting to understand why having multiple sexual partners for women, not men, because we are built that way. We are built to have multiple sexual partners. You read the numbers. One ejaculation, there's up to 2 billion cells, sperm cells, coming out of us, man. And that's all living organisms. That's all living. Okay? It says again, science is only now starting to understand why having which that's bullshit. I don't believe that shit. Esau knew. He been playing with his science for decades, man. Centuries. He knows. But it says science is only now starting to understand why having multiple sexual partners for women is detrimental for them in every way. Okay? In every way. So that's why you women that's out there, you think it's cool, wait till your ass is, well, we ain't gonna be here that long. All right? But a lot of you women that's up in age, you might still look good, but you can't tend to keep a man. Why? It's because you were promiscuous your whole goddamn life. You might have had a couple of long relationships, but you couldn't make it last because you have other men's DNA all up in you. All right? Okay? Now I'm gonna place this link in the description box. That way, you can go over it and you can watch that video yourself. Okay? Now let's hit these scriptures, man. There's a reason why the Most High set up a sexual law. All right? There's a reason why we have a law on sex, man. Okay, let's go to Leviticus 18 real quick. Leviticus 18 verse 20. It says, moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally, all right, with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her, because that's adultery for a man. When you lie down with your brother's wife, whether you know him or not, and that goes on rampant. And the reason why is because you just defiled yourself and you just defiled that woman. Okay? Because we just read the article, what happens. Okay? Let's go to the book of Genesis. I'm sorry, not Genesis. Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 1. I ain't gonna let me make this turn. About to be at the camp. But Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. Okay, now the Lord didn't, when he had this scribed, he didn't say why. Okay? The Lord didn't give you the scientific reasoning. He don't need to. He's the Most High. He say don't do this and don't do that. You supposed to obey. But now we're in the time to where this type of knowledge is available. Now we can see why the Most High said what he said, man. Okay? Why he laid down specific laws. Why he, you know what I'm saying? Why you not supposed to be a promiscuous woman? It's detrimental to you. Okay? And this is why men married their daughters off in the ancient world. Okay? This is why men had a say so and had to say, not say so, had to say who their daughter was going to be with, man. All right? The book of Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1, okay? It says, they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Question mark. Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Let's look up that word polluted. We just read the scientific terms and all that, why she's polluted, okay? She's polluted because another man's DNA is in her already, all right? And in America, there's another man and another man and another man and another man. And women, when they break up with a man, they just want to go be the biggest hoe to try to forget about that man. But that man's with you for life, especially if you've been with him for a long period of time and you've had his children. All right? And this is why their society is so backwards and disgusting, man. Okay? Look up this word polluted real quick. Polluted, the Hebrew word is chanap, all right? Which means to be profane, defiled, corrupt, godless, to make profane, make godless, cause to be defiled. All right? And this is why when you read the story on Simeon and Levi, when them Hamites defiled their sister, they went on that tear, man. All right? They wouldn't handle their business. Okay? Because their sister was defiled. Okay? So women in this society are defiled. When you get a woman, you know what I'm saying, she's defiled already. But if she be pleased to dwell with you, all right, cool. But you got to remember, you can't be attached to these women like that, man, because they switch up. They'll switch up on you quick, fast, man. They will switch up on you quick, fast. Okay? And think nothing of it. And think absolutely nothing of it, like there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm speaking from experience. Okay? Bear with me a second. All right, now it says down here in the Strong's definition, it says primitive root to soil, in a moral sense, corrupt, defile, greatly pollute, profane. All right, to be profaned. All right. Now we know that us men, we're the temple of the Most High. All right. So when you have a woman and she goes and does that, now she's outside of the temple. She's profaned. Okay. To be profane, impious, make profane, to pollute. I mean, you get the gist. All right. To lead them to impiety or rebellion. Okay. unclean. Now let's go back and read it again. Okay, it says, they say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? All right. And this is what we did to the Heavenly Father. We polluted ourselves, and that's why he did what he did to us. All right. This is exactly why he did what he did to us, man. Okay. It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith Yahweh. All right, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. So when you women do this, you're putting yourself outside of the temple, because your husband, especially if he's a man of the Lord, if he's out there pushing his work, all right, he's doing the work of the Most High, and you step out on him, you have just excommunicated yourself. Now, if that man is a man of the Lord and he gets power, okay, I got to take it back to the story of King David when he became king and he had the power. How he went and he got his first wife, Michal, Saul's daughter, okay, and he was harsh to her. He locked her ass up to where she didn't have sex until she died. She didn't have no more. He didn't give her no rod. She wasn't able to get rod from nobody. She was just in her room, in her quarters, locked away because she mouthed off to him. But the point is, King David went back and got her. But she was full of pride, all right? And you know where that pride came from? It came from other man DNA, okay? And that's what the women think, oh, I could just go get another man. Yeah, you can. But it's detrimental for you, not us. Okay? We read the science on it. Okay? You want proof. It's detrimental for you, not the man. All right? Now, from here, I want to go to the book of, get what Yahweh Shai said. In the book of, Salakia. In the book of Matthew, the 19th chapter. Matthew chapter 19. And I'm going to start at, excuse me. I'm going to start at the top. It says, and it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these sayings, he departed from... Hey, Shalom, bro. I'll be out there in a minute. It says, and it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan, and great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. All right. And here come these Pharisees. It says, the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Okay. Now this is what Yahushua said. All right. He finna cut these dudes to the heart, because from the beginning, it wasn't so the way it was 2,000 years ago, and even much more so now, man. Okay. It says, and he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. And that's why we read Genesis, the 2nd chapter earlier. Because the man you decide to allow to pop your cherry, that's the man you were supposed to be with for the rest of your life. You see how messed up we are as a people? You know, I know when I was growing up, chicks would sneak out the house, steal their mother's car to go see what? To go see boys from their school, you know? Walking in packs in the streets, hot in their panties, man. Okay? We are totally destroyed as a people. This is what we're fighting for. We're fighting to restore righteousness out here, man. Okay? It says, verse 6, wherefore they are no more twain but one flesh, because that woman becomes a part of that man, not that man a part of that woman. Okay? You become a part of that man because he leaves his DNA within you. You don't leave no DNA within us. You don't carry life. We do. Okay? It says, wherefore they are no more twain but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let no man put asunder. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? Watch this. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But it was because of the hardness of Jake's heart, coming to Moses with all these complaints and this, that, and the third. Look, just give her a bill of divorce, man. Let her go to somebody else then. But that's not the way it was supposed to be from the beginning, man. And it's going to go back to that. It's going to go back to every woman on the planet Earth is going to be given one man. She's going to have one man for her whole existence. All right? And she's going to love it. Okay? It says, he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, meaning adultery, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery. So look at the society we in now. Adultery runs rampant out here. Okay? Women divorce their men, and they be out here on a straight up goddamn Oasis type style living. All right? This is the society we live in. This is why shit is so fucked up out here, man. All right? Because the Lord told Adam and Eve, all right, the Adamites, he told them what? To be fruitful and multiply. All right? And there's an order to that. You don't just go around having sex with everybody. No, man, there's an order to what the Most High set up. This devil is the one that gave all you women the options to live promiscuously. And this is why a lot of you are up in age. You don't have a man. All right. You still look good. But it's hard for you to bond with somebody because you don't have, you've been destroyed by your promiscuity. Okay? And the only thing that can help is if you're a woman of the elect. All right, that the Most High has chosen, opened your mind to understand his word, all right, and you sincerely believe it. You ain't going to believe it 100%, but you better be trying. You better be praying, fasting, doing what you got to do, man, all right? Because if you call yourself being with a man of the Lord, all right, that's the Lord showing you mercy, okay? That's the Lord giving you mercy. Because now you have a man that's after the Most High's heart, okay? And now you're a part of him, and this man is a part of the temple of the Lord, all right? And if you fuck that up, oh yeah, you through. You through, okay? But again, going back to King David, all right, this is for the brothers. If you really, if you are a man of the Lord when the time comes, and this is just me speaking as a man. This is not what's written or whatever. I'm just speaking as a man. And you really was into this woman. You really had feelings for this woman. And you love that woman, had children with that woman. If you a man that the Most High endows that power with, all right, you're going to be able to exercise whatever it is that's in your spirit to exercise when it comes to that, all right? And I'm going to just say that. And that's just me speaking as a man. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh no, verse 10. His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. All right. And we in a society to where you're bombarded with sexual energy. I mean, as you get older, you know how to maneuver it, and you see these women for exactly what they are. They nasty. All right, they're walking male DNA harbingers. All right, let's put it like that. Okay. So if any of you brothers are going through it with a woman out there, all right, and the Most High, you got to look at it as she wasn't yours to begin with, unless you actually popped her cherry. All right. Okay. And ultimately, the Most High is testing you with that woman. Okay, because it was a woman that took out great men. All right, that made great men fall away. You can read about that in what is that? First Ezra, the 4th chapter. All right. They were having a conversation about which was greater, the king, the woman, or wine. Okay. And the woman is a very powerful tool for Satan, man. Okay? And you got to conquer that woman. Okay? And in this society, these women are not women, man. They're a bunch of they're male DNA harbingers. That's what they are. You know the term cum buckets? That's what they are, man. They cum buckets. Literally, we read the science on it. All right? Now, for you women that's trying to do the right thing and repent, remember that. Remember that and know, okay, what the hell you doing when you decide to open your legs up to a man, and especially a man of the Lord, okay? Because the Most High link you with a man of the Lord, you better look at that as your mercy, okay? So call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. On to the next.